Okay. Welcome to the February 17th, 2021 Elyria City School Board of Education meeting. Called to order. Could we please have a roll call, Madam Treasurer?
Ms. Karstarfin?
Here.
Mr. Bax?
Here.
Mr. Ellick?
Here.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Here.
And Mrs. Seguin?
Here.
Thank you. Second, could we please have the Pledge of Allegiance? And Madam Treasurer, if you would show us the flag. Thank you. Would you please join me? I pledge allegiance
to
the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
I'm sure glad we're not singing.
Thank you so much. Next is the introductions. We have board members Mike Gebhardt. We have, can you wave? Thank you. We have board member Elaine Seguin. Thank you. We have board member Greg Ellick.
double wave.
Double wave, thank you. We have Vice President Board Member Jim Bax over in the corner over there, and I am Ann Karstoffen. And we have Superintendent Ann Sloss, and then we have our Treasurer Joy Clickinger. Thank you so much. At this time, do we have any board recognitions tonight? No board recognitions, no presentations, and no visitors' comments.
That's correct.
Thank you. So, any board discussion items?
No, I just want to say kudos to, I guess, admin for giving the kids a day off yesterday. Like if you were looking at Facebook, everybody was saying, oh, they're going to be doing virtual. They're going to be doing, no one's going to have a snowman day. So that was a pleasant surprise. A good decision, I think. Yeah. I know a lot of kids in my area went sledding and stuff. So got to be a kid.
Good.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Yeah. Anything else?
And I actually did have one more question. I had a parent ask me if there were still opportunity to move from virtual to in-class.
Ms. Seguin, if you get us the name of that parent, we can go through all the protocol. It really depends. At this time, I do not believe so. It was a semester commitment, but I know that some of it also depends on their learning plans. So I don't want to say no for sure.
Okay. I'll send that to you.
Any other comments or discussion items?
Ma'am.
Yes. Jim, did you have something? No?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. All righty. The meeting minutes, which is F, they've been posted. Could I have a motion to approve the Board of Education record of proceedings for the meeting for February 3rd of 2021 as detailed in enclosure F1? May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Mike Gebhardt. Could I have a second, please?
I'll second that.
Second by Jim Bax. Are there any questions? No question, Madam Treasurer. Would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Mr. Ellick?
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin?
Aye.
And Ms. Karstarfin?
Aye. Motion carries. Moving on to G, which is Treasurer Action Items.
Thank you, Madam President. I have two items this evening. The first is the monthly financial report for the month of January 2021, and the request to have the approved purchase orders in order to comply with the district's purchasing procedures.
Okay. May I please have a motion to approve the action items recommended by the treasurer as presented?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Ellick. Could I please have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Elaine Seguin. Any questions or comments? No questions? Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Elick,
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. Motion carries. H is Treasurer Others.
I do not have anything else this evening.
Nothing else? Okay, moving on to K, Superintendent Action Items.
Thank you, Madam President. First, to approve the service agreement between the Educational Service Center in Lorraine and Elyria City School District. This is just for any additional services we need at this time. Then to approve the purchase order of CDWG for Chromebooks, not to exceed $240,000 out of the school quality grant. Just so I can give a little background on this, this is for 1,000 Chromebooks. They're roughly about $240 a piece. And this is covered under our school quality grant. And what we're doing is constantly replenishing our Chromebooks as things, we have some older stock and some that have broken during this online remote learning, so we constantly need to replenish. The great thing is we have grant funds that covers this. So they take a while to come in, so we're getting ready to get the new ones for end of year, beginning of next year. The next item is also to approve a purchase order to CDWG for another 800 Chromebooks for $190,000. This does say it's supported by general fund and ESSER, but we do believe it will come from ESSER at this time. The next is to approve the school messenger order authorization for a preview agreement to provide online communications. Just a little background on this one. Right now we use a system called Blackboard, and that does all the robocalling and communication to our stakeholders. This new company is called School Messenger, and basically it's cost neutral except for a one-time setup fee this year, and it will help us also redevelop our web page. So it will not only provide the online communication applications, a new mobile app, but also new websites. So we're really looking forward to getting to what we consider a better product. And the next is to approve the payment of stipends to the following staff. As you can see, this is for all pre-K-12 certified staff up to 50 hours. This is starting to work on our plan that is due April 1st. This is for tutoring from now till the end of the year for teachers. We will be rolling out in the next couple of weeks a tutoring schedule for students that are invited that are showing a need for tutoring. So we wanted to get those teachers approved for payment. And that concludes my action items.
And would those tutoring dollars, would those also come from
Yes.
from the ESSER funds?
So
Yes.
we have them listed as Title I and ESSER. So as much as possible, there could be a circumstance where there might be a little general fund, but we're thinking we can completely grant fund this also.
Cool. Is that and that program you expect to run into the summer?
We're going to, we have that until the end of the year. We also will be rolling out a June and August program, extended learning program, and we are hoping to do extended learning all throughout next year too, in the form of tutoring. So this really starts our April 1st plan that we're putting together to close the gap of learning that we've experienced during the pandemic.
Okay.
And what did you say those Chromebooks cost each? $250?
About $240, yeah.
Okay.
Well, while we're asking, I was going to wait till we had our motion and all that, but how long do these Chromebooks usually last?
We have some N22s that are out there that have been around it 4 or 5 years already. So
is the life expectancy on these books then 4 or 5 years?
Anywhere from 3 to 5. I will tell you, the technology department here does a great job of keeping them going. The teachers and staff of taking care of them and the students. So we've had a nice. Brian did a great job years ago of putting kind of a succession plan together. So we do real well, and we really use our grant dollars as much as possible to buy them.
And then are most of these, are we replacing a majority of these, or are we buying new additional ones?
These are mostly replacements because we were 1-to-1 in classrooms. We only needed, we had a few holes, but basically it's replacement.
Okay. All right, thank you. Sorry, Madam President, I didn't mean to jump the gun, but since we're all asking questions, I thought I'd jump in there too.
Now that we've had our questions, could we please have a motion to
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Mr. Ellick. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Gephardt. Are there any other questions?
I think they're all answered already.
If not, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Ellick,
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye, motion carried. Personnel action items recommended by the superintendent.
Thank you. First, to approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following certified staff. To approve the supplemental contracts for the following certified staff. To approve the resignation of the athletic paid supplemental contract as detailed below. And to approve the athletic supplemental contracts of the following certified, classified, or non-district employee as detailed below. To approve the unpaid leave of absence of the following classified staff. To approve the appointment of the following classified administrative staff. And then to approve the appointment of the following classified staff. And that concludes my personnel action items.
May I please have a motion to approve the personnel items recommended by the superintendent as presented?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Ellick. Could I please have a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Seguin. Are there any questions?
Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah.
Are we
Jenkins.
approving his resignation before we approve his hire?
Well, he was put to the board incorrectly. He is a volunteer, so we had to approve the resignation from the incorrect and then approve the correct.
No. Okay.
All right, that was my question, so.
That was mine too.
Okay.
Okay.
So say that again. That just it didn't click. One more time. We're going to
He had been
approve his
previously
resignation?
approved. Yeah, he had been previously approved as a coach, but not as a volunteer coach.
Oh,
so we had to
okay.
get it correct.
So
I see.
he's not a paid coach. He's
No.
Correct. This is a cost reduction.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we added another one on there.
Well, as long as we have
Yes.
it right, that's
Somehow,
the important thing.
It got put on incorrectly.
Well, I guess that proves we do read these minutes. So, all right.
Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Ellick,
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. Moving on to other personnel items. Nothing tonight?
Nothing, but I do have a real quick report, Madam President.
Superintendent's report.
First of all, I do have to give a shout out to Melissa Stanley at the high school. We did give a traditional snow day, and I think that went over well, but she gets the Creativity Award. She had students make videos of throwing a snowball in their face, and some of the videos were absolutely hysterical. But the kids really took a lot of time to plan this out, sent their videos in, and it was a neat thing that she did interactively with her students, even on a snow day. So they had a lot of fun with it. Next, just a reminder, our shot for the coronavirus is on February 26th. I will say that we have not been told for sure which shot we are getting. That's gone back and forth, but we will know for sure Friday. So we will put that out as soon as we can. Also, the ACT for juniors is on February 24th. This has been a year where they have not had the opportunity to take the ACT on Saturdays with the college and everything. Students haven't had that opportunity, but each year juniors get an opportunity to take it free of charge with their school district. So that is February 24th. And I know a lot of parents have called because they would like their child to get it. So that is coming up for all juniors. And last but not least, as you know, the governor has asked us to put together a plan by April 1st to help with the learning gap from the pandemic. And I think you'll see we didn't need for the governor to give us a date. We are constantly working to see what we can do for our students, and we will have the plan, but just know we already had it in motion. So kudos to the academics department and all the teachers and staff that will be working on that. And that's all I have tonight.
Okay. All righty. P is Board of Education. Board members, number 1 is board members. Any board member have any reports that you need to present tonight? Okay. If not, the second one is approval of superintendent's contract. I have a resolution before me that says, be it resolved by the Elyria City School District Board of Education as follows. Number 1, the board approves the superintendent's contract with Ann Sloss attached hereto as Exhibit 1, calling for a 4-year contract commencing on August 1st, 2021 and ending on July 31st, 2025. 2, the president and treasurer of the board are authorized to execute the superintendent's contract on behalf of the board. Could I have a motion to approve the board's board item as presented?
So moved.
We all moved.
I'm moving there.
Okay, so I have a motion by Mr. Ellick, and I believe a second by Mr. Bax. Okay. Any questions?
Thank you.
All right. Madam Treasurer, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Ellick,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
And next, I have executive session. I would entertain a motion to move into executive session for the purpose of considering the employment of a public employee or official for the purpose of considering the purchase of property or public purposes of the sale of property for competitive bidding with no action to follow as authorized under Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22. May I please have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Gephardt. Please have a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Ellick. Any questions? There will be no action to follow. Okay, so Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mr. Ellick,
Aye.
Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. We will now move into executive session.
Okay, if you can give me just a minute to get people out of this session. One moment, please. All right, and we're going to reconvene with a roll call. So Mr. Bax,
Yes.
Mr. Ellick,
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstafen.
Aye. Now we just have the motion to adjourn. Is that correct?
That's
Okay.
correct.
Could I please have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
You motion by, you were too slow, Mr. Gephardt. Motion by Mr. Elliott. Could I please have a second, Mr. Gephardt? Second by Mr. Gephardt. Okay.
There you go.
All righty.
Thank you very much for listening. That was, I know a lot.
That's
It's a
okay.
half hour shorter than last meeting.
Hey.
You're getting better, Madam President.
Thank you. I follow instructions.
So can we do a roll call for the adjournment, please?
Yes.
Okay. Mr.
Madam
Ellick?
Treasurer, would you call the roll?
Mr. Ellick?
You actually think someone's going to vote no on this? Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Mrs. Seguin?
Aye.
And Ms. Karstafen?
Aye. Thank you. You
Good
are
meeting. See you
adjourned.
guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.